Testing. Okay, we're making progress. Guys, this is one of the reasons why I'm so excited to get off of this current streaming setup. There's so many crazy things I have to do to get anything done. Alright, one more thing. I can do it. I can do this. Oh, King of Maxwell. That's because I'm using my existing GTX 1080. That is a list of parts that I purchased. I should probably put that in there. And I hate the green screen. I don't know, guys. Here, tell me what you think. I know I'm like kind of wasting time right now, but tell me what you think. Would you prefer this or with that awful green screen filter? Call it out while I get this one last thing fixed. Yep, I agree. That filter, like, it's just with all the reflective, shiny black surfaces. That's a no-go. I was pretty sure that was going to be the case, but I figured, maybe. All right. I think I'm ready, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared right now. You don't even know. Oops. Turn that gain down just a little bit. All right. Audio is bad now. Is that better? Testing 1, 2, 3. Is there an echo? Uh-oh. I can fix it. Was it whenever I turned the music on? Hello, Hugo. A bit better? Oh wait, that was way too quiet. All right, how about this? Better, okay. But why? To be 1, that doesn't make any sense at all. Let's figure that out. Huh. That's weird. 1 second, guys. Man, I had this all figured out before the stream, and of course the OBS crashes, and then it all dies again. Why? Alright. We have you going to only B1. What is B1 going into? Oh, I think I know what's going on. I think I knows it. Nope, I don't know it. Nope, okay. That's alright. Do you need to hear music? I have music playing on, but I guess that would be kind of weird. Alright, I'm going to take 2 more seconds. Okay, like 30 seconds to try to figure this out, and then I am done. And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to quit trying to be fancy. Testing 1. See, now that's weird. Oh, that's because I'm an idiot, guys. Yeah, it's legit. It's exclusively because I'm an idiot. There it is. Alright. Now we have some bad music. And there should be no echo now, alright? Testing. Nope, we're good. Alright. Let's see. Oh, I need to make my chat bigger because I'm going to be on the other side of the room. Sawyer, that didn't sound like a good face, or didn't look like you're, uh-oh. Really bad music. Yeah, that is really bad. Problem is that I'll get like all of the YouTube copyright strikes if anything else. All right, we'll turn that off for now. Maybe we'll come back to it if it's better music. Okay, so enough of this nonsense. Let's do what we came here to do, which is make fun of me whenever I fail at what I am wanting to do. I'm scared, guys. Where's my screwdriver? There it is. All right, so let me first, before we go through this, let's talk about these parts and why I picked them. Excellent segue. Decto, you ask, how do I justify the 16 core? Because streaming and recording and playing video games is incredibly CPU intensive. Not only that, but mixed reality specifically, its rendering is even more intensive. It is incredibly nerve-wracking right now to make the videos that I do because I press play, and then even just the preview, even if I lower the resolution in the preview in my editing software, everything just starts freezing. So that's how I justify this monster of a thing. So before we get into this, in the description below and off to the side of the live stream, I call out the patrons. So first, before I get into this, guys, thank you so much. I've been saving every single penny that I've been getting over the past year from YouTube, from Patreon, from outside like consulting things that I've done. But no matter whatever the other sources are, the direct contributors from Patreon have made this possible. So guys, thank you so much. So let's talk about this and what I'm putting into this. So to start this off, this is all centered around the Ryzen ThreadRipper 1950X. This thing has 16 cores, 32 threads. This is a beast. Before this one, basically the equivalent processor was in like the $2,000 price range. So AMD has come out swinging this year, finally back in the game. Intel is going to have to respond to get some of their to keep their business. So we have this. And that is going into the X399 Aorus Gaming 7. This is by Gigabyte. This is not the motherboard that I was going to go with. Well, actually, it is the motherboard I was going to go with at first. However, then I sort of upsold myself into the Zenith Extreme. And, well, I talked myself back into this mainly because they were sold out. So there was no real reason why I wanted the Zenith Extreme, but I figured if I'm already going to be spending as much money on this, why not get the very best? And who knows, maybe one day I would want three-way SLI. It's not going to be a thing. So this is good. So at first I felt like I was kind of settling, but this is the board that I was going to go with at first, and then I talked myself up, and then I'm just back here. So it all worked out. So there we have that. Where else? Okay, so I am putting 64 gigabytes of DDR4 in this thing. If I'm not mistaken, this is the 3000 megahertz DDR4 by G.Skill. This is the Ripjaw 5? I don't remember anymore. Yeah, okay, so it is 3000. I've had so many part numbers flying around through my head. I'm pretty sure this is Ripjaw 5. There's a link in the description if that is incorrect. To cool this, I have a number of different things going on. I have the Kraken X62 by NZXT. Now, this may not be the cooling system that I stay with, because this is actually not made for the ThreadRipper. It is compatible with it thanks to a adapter that comes with the ThreadRipper. However, this doesn't actually quite fill up the full socket of the ThreadRipper. What do they call it? I don't remember. The plate that goes onto it to keep it cool. Whatever those words are. So this is not quite the size that I want. So I'm worried about overclocking this thing with this. But we'll see how it goes. From the reports I've read so far, actually overclocking doesn't have tremendous benefits anyway. And in fact, in some cases, it can hurt it. So we'll see how things go. In the case itself, I'm replacing the stock fans that come with it with a bunch of Noctua fans. I have 4 of the 1500 140 fans, and then one of the, this is 120 millimeter. What else? Okay, and then also I have 2 of the Samsung NVMe SSD 960 Pros. I am not going to be raiding these, not yet. There is potential I may pick up a third and then raid my boot drive. However, as it is right now, I am not. I need 1 of these for the OS, and then another one for all of the staging files for whenever I edit videos. So that's what I'm doing there. I've already gutted my poor old computer. I took this guy out. This is the GTX 1080 that I've been using for the past several months. I've already gutted my existing old computer, however you want to call it. So this has served me well, and it will continue to serve me. I'm totally fine with that. Thought about going with the 1080 Ti. I may still eventually, but as of right now, I am not bottlenecked on the graphics card, so I'm completely fine staying with that. That is all going into the Cougar Panzer Max. This is one of the larger cases that I found that was not just a box. I don't care too much for the look of a case. However, I do like the rugged look, so this is what I'm going with. I'm pretty happy with all this. Oh, and then 1000 watt power supply by Corsair. Who cares about that? Cool. So let's see. Reading the chat, it's like I have it on just a small screen, so I'm only able to see like 4 people at a time. So yeah, no AI cooler right now. There is one that was announced. It releases later on this month by a company I've never heard of. So I'm fine with the NZXE. This has been tested. A lot of people have actually used the Kraken so far, and the results are good. Overclocking is limited though by the amount of cooling that you can put on it. All right, so how am I going to start this? I think I am. Let's see. All right, so I need to take a look inside here. I did already open up the case and I looked inside of it briefly. However, not enough to get a good idea of how I want to position everything. So let's take a look in there before we go too much farther. And just this is going to determine my build order. Do I put the motherboard in first? Do I build the motherboard and then put it in? Do I put all my fans in? What do I want to do? So I think I will. From what I've seen so far, I think I'm going to want to put my fans in at least prior to anything else. The smart thing for me to do would be to put the ThreadRipper on the motherboard and make sure that it posts before I do anything else. That would be the smart thing to do. However, I have faith this will work. Famous last words. All right, so before I forget. Oh. That is, what is it about that is so satisfying? My gosh, it is addicting. I want a job where I can just rip off this plastic. All right, so fun fact, this is actually the second case that I received over the past week. The first one had a dented in front area. It looked like it had been dropped. The box was completely fine, so I'm assuming it got dropped in the warehouse. And I called up Newegg, and I could have returned this one and then they would have replaced it. However, that would have taken longer, so I actually just bought a second one, and then they said I could ship it out afterwards. It's a good thing too, because there are some cosmetic scuffs on one side that I don't really care for, so I'm just going to switch out the back plate of this with the one that I got before, the one that had a different piece of damage, and I'll just get the best of both worlds. All right, so let's. I'm going to give you guys a tour of this thing in a second. Get rid of the peripheral box. So inside here, what do we got? CPU fans, looks like twist ties, a weird little mount thing for headphones. I'm not sure if I'll actually use that or not, but that's supposed to go like right up here. I don't know, could be cool. Yeah, twist ties, screws. Interesting. So we got some spacers for fans, it looks like. All right. Now let's take a look inside here. Now this will be the first time I've ever tried recording a build like this. I did a stream last year, but I didn't try to do anything fancy with it. I didn't try showing you guys any of the interesting angles or whatever. So let's start out by just going through here and making sure I get all of the things laid out the way I want. All right, so I'm going to have the Kraken up top. So I'm going to have air flowing out in this direction. I'm going to have 2 of the 140s on the front, 1 of the 140s on the bottom, 1 of the 140s. Maybe there's 2 on the bottom. I don't remember. So let me take off. Gosh, that thumb screw is in there tight. Come on now. Ah. Crikey, this one was not so hard last time. I am being defeated by the case. It does not want to come out. Let's get this foam out of here. Maybe that's what's causing it. No. What is it catching on? I'm so afraid with this. I'm new to it, so I don't know where all the things are. There's a diagram that says the push. I tried that. The other case that I got was not quite... I didn't require so much force. Okay. It says push. I'm going to push. I pushed. And it's still not coming out. Ah, there it goes. Okay. It was snagged on two sides. There it is. And that's stuck in there good. The other one came out right away. Okay. Gosh, I love how much open room there is in this case. I got big old nasty meat fingers, and they are big. All right, so I am not actually going to have any hard drives in here. So before I get into this, I'm going to take out this enclosure. This is for the 3.5-inch bays. Those are gone. I'm not going to have anything there. I'm also going to remove this thing. This is supposed to divert airflow to the back of it to cool some hard drives. I'm not going to have any hard drives back there. I'm going to remove these. Yeah. Okay. So showing you guys the back of this. Let's just get those out while we're here. I basically just wanted a frame. There's that. There's that. All right, let's just remove everything. That goes perfectly good right there. And what is your release mechanism? How do you come out? I don't see it. That is to lock it in. Is it up the same way? Nope. Maybe we got some on the other side. Ah, that's one thing. Hello. Got it. All right. Did that release it? Oh. Okay, so it does just come out. Sort of. Maybe. And I see where it releases on this side. Yeah, they all just feel like they should just come out. So maybe it just requires a little bit more force. Yep, that's all it was. I'm always so scared. Oh no, that's what it is. So these front ones, you're gonna have to kind of pull them out a little bit first. There we go. So yeah, that's easy enough. You just had to like lift it or pull down on this, which unlocked it. Excellent. All right, so now that I got a bunch of the useless stuff out of there, let's take a look. Oh, nope, I still got one more thing. I still have... Wait. I'm going to try to remember to keep the angle in a way that you guys will be able to at least see some things. No promises. This is going to be hard. There's going to be a lot of awkward angles. I apologize for any crack that makes it into this. I'll try to be conscious of that, though, for y'all's benefit. I just heard a screw rolling around. Yep, there you are. Oh no! How am I going to get you out? I just lost it. Where else? Ah. There. There's going to be some on the front too. So one thing that I really liked about this case is the front cover. It just pops off. You just press it and it pops right out. So you get really good and easy access to the filters right here. And I like that quite a bit. All right. You're there and there. Probably should have gotten a discount on this case. I'm only going to be using like 10% of it at this point. You're not free yet. What are you stuck on? Ah, I felt it. Maybe I didn't feel it. Oh. Oh, those. Got it. Ta-da! There we have it. All right. All right, so now that we got the meat of the stuff that I don't care about out of the way, I am still going to remove these case fans and install another down here. So I'm going to be replacing every one of these case fans. So I'm thinking, here, let me see. I'm going to put this aside for now. Let me see how big the radiator is on this Kraken. Taz yes, you can absolutely fit a 360 in the front. I didn't find any like this. I could be wrong, but I think that this Kraken, out of all the ones that listed as compatible, it had the best like trust rating or reliability, I guess, and the most airflow. So I went with this one. So even though you can get more total surface area with 360-degree rad, this one became highly recommended. Okay. I'm not actually meaning to do unboxings in this video. It just sort of happened. So, whatever. All right. Now, gosh, that is... I can't wait to see how much smaller this is compared to the processor socket. Okay. All right. So standard thickness. Of course, it's going to be a standard thickness. I'm not sure what I was trying to test here. I don't know why I had expectations that this is going to be different. Okay, so how am I going to position this? Let's see. Oh, these things pop off on the top too. Love it. I mean, these things just slide out. That is the easiest access I've ever had in a case. All right, that won't... Actually, I could probably fit the radiator above... I could probably fit the radiator up here. Let me put one of those back in. That's the front. No, not even. Well, maybe actually. Let's give that a shot. Let's see what happens. Now that I've removed that front enclosure, though, maybe this way. Ooh, if this works, it's going to be cutting it close. Like, real close. Like, no. Okay, so I'll probably then put the fans up top. So I'm probably going to have the fans going in a pull configuration. Actually, what are y'all's thoughts on that? Does anybody have any good experience? I am still a novice. This is 4th computer that I've built, 5th? I don't remember. However, what is the recommended? Is pull, I guess from just like a straight physics standpoint, it probably shouldn't matter. However, no, that's not true. I guess if some of the other fans allowed for easier exiting of the air and quicker. So I'm worried about space. Yeah, there's no way. I can't put the rad underneath here with the fan. So I think I'm going to have to put no arrows. What a jerk. And it's got the label on both sides. Which way does this blow? Typically, okay, so I think this is front. Pretty sure that's front. Anyway, so if I do this, there it is. That should work. Yeah, okay. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do no matter what. So I think I'm going to have the fans mounted on the top in a pull configuration and the radiator mounted underneath. If you have the extra fans, try push-pull. Push a standard, Noctua do good under static pressure. Okay, so I don't know how these are going to fit. I guess I'm going to have to just put in the motherboard. That makes me nervous. No, there's no way. This has to be a pull. And since the radiator's not fitting in up top, let me try that again. Because those fans plus the radiator, there won't be room. So this will have to be a pull. Unless this will fit up here, which I guess I don't have to have a filter on the top. I guess I don't have to. Since it won't be sucking in air, a filter is not quite as essential. Dang it, it just doesn't fit. Yeah, okay. So this either has to be pull or I have to leave it open like this. Yeah, there's just not enough clearance underneath this. That's frustrating. Like, I don't know if this is going to see in here, but the motherboard, yeah, I'll have enough room for either the radiator or fans, not both. Not both at all. I don't have a choice. So fans up top, radiator underneath. No choice. Or radiator up front. Okay. Radiator here. This will work. Okay, so radiator here, 2 fans, 2 of the 140s pushing in, exhaust fans up here. Okay, no, that's fine. We're good. Okay, so I'll just put the radiator here. There is plenty of room for me to take that radiator or to actually mount it there. Okay, cool. So change of plans. We will do it this way instead. Yay! Right underneath. That's could work. I mean, I think there's not enough clearance. There's not enough. There's not enough holes. I don't feel like making my own. So yeah, radiator up front. It'll blow hot air into the GPU. No. I mean, yes, but no. Now I'm confused. All right, so we're also having cold air coming in from the bottom. There's lots of good clearance down here, so we're going to have cold air coming in from the bottom no matter what, blowing directly onto the fans of the GPU. This will be blowing air in. It will be blowing air, warmer air, and then we'll be sucking it out going up. So I think the airflow will just go straight up, and then this way, I don't know. I think it'll work. And if I'm not mistaken, that's actually how, yeah, for sure, that's actually how I have my current computer. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have a choice. It's either that or I do a pull. So for the people that are objecting against the front rad, what do you say about having the rad up top with a pull coming from it? Don't do pull. Okay, that's my thoughts too. So that's what I'm gonna do, and we'll see. I can always change these things later on. So build order is now less important. The fans will go up top. The only one that I'm going to replace, I'm going to go ahead and replace this side fan because this is the only one that's going to get in my way once I actually put the motherboard in. So before I go crazy with everything else, I'm just going to replace this back fan with one of the Noctua 120s, and then we'll start on the motherboard. And I may end up using these fans later on, by the way. I don't think I'm going to be completely discarding them. However, with the compromise that I made on the heatsink, I didn't want to go cheap on the fans, so I went full on. Cool. I like their built-in feet on these things. Those are really nice. All right. Comes with some silver. These will work, right? No, that's a completely different thread. Wait. What? There's no thread. What am I doing? I am apparently stupid. I see no threading on these. I must be stupid. These must be self-threading? This is the part where I make a fool out of myself. Oh, yeah, sure enough. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, that's annoying. I wish it wasn't. Okay, so these have proper arrows, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I want this exhaust out for sure. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't like this. You know what? I'm going to pre-thread it here. No, I'm not. That seems like a dumb idea. Not a fool until there are sparks and smoke. Why do I feel like this is wrong? Why do I need to... Like, why don't these come with their own threading? Why do I have to, like, drill holes into the case fans? I mean, I guess it's to be compatible with other screws, but still, that's silly. I don't like that at all. I didn't bring enough screwdriver to give me the torque I needed to do this, but it's okay. I'll make do. There's that. There's that. Oh, I didn't even think about which angle I wanted these. And that's, of course, not the way that I want these. I need to rotate this stupid fan. Grrr! I want that cord in the back. Most specifically, I want it up top. Not really up top, but, you know, temporarily up top. All right. Ah! Derp, derp, derp. I am about to go need to get a towel for my face because it's freaking hot in here. This weekend it's going to be 60 degrees as opposed to like the 90 degrees that it's been over the past few weeks. I probably should have just waited a little more to do this, but I got the parts in today. There's no way I was waiting. No way. All right. Now that's in the way that I want it. Whew. Take a quick water break. Yeah, well, I'm worried about actually using a drill. Build in outer space. The problem with that is that the green screen right now with all the black components that I have looks absolutely ridiculous. And in not a good way. Patrons. Oops, I completely forgot this open up. Ah. Oh, water's good sometimes. That case looks awesome. I agree. This is a beautiful case. I love it. I don't appreciate how little room there is up here. They really should have made this top area able to. I mean, just a few inches more. Well, sorry, a few millimeters more would have been fine. It barely doesn't fit. I wonder if I could like mod this. So like these I don't even know what you call them, things right here. I could probably raise them up by just a little bit. It would make it kind of arch a little bit. That would look kind of silly, but at least I could do it. But we'll be fine. Okay, so now that I have that in there, that's going to be the hardest fan for me to mount once the motherboard is in. So I think I'm good. This will be on the bottom. Plenty of clearance. The rad over here, plenty of clearance, no problem. The fans that I have going on up here, those are going to be standalone. But dang it, now that I'm in here, I wish I would have gotten actually 3 120s for up here instead of the 2 140s that I have. But oh well. I may move these around later on. Okay, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the motherboard now. I would like to get a post sooner than later. That way, if there is something, I don't end up wasting my entire day building something that won't happen. I don't know what your screws are for, so I'm just going to start keeping everything in one spot for all the screws that I have lying around. All right. Okay, now we're going to put this aside. We're going to work on the motherboard. It is time for the ThreadRipper. Gosh, my room is just a mess right now. Oh, I'm so nervous, guys. You have no idea. All right, you know what? Before I do this, I am actually going to go get a towel real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, doggy. I don't want to drip onto the motherboard. All right, where's my closest ground? There you are. All right, motherboard first. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Oh my gosh. Team up, fight on. All right, that's unnecessary. What is this case? Oh, okay. They wanted to be all fancy with the box. I'll bring this up for a close-up here in a second. Don't worry. It's already peeling off. That's concerning. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. This. Is that? Surely not. No. Okay, I thought that there was rust there on some of the contacts. That must be welding scorch marks. I don't think I've ever seen that on a motherboard. What the heck? What is this? Okay. Just found this in the bottom of the motherboard case. R301724.29. I have a feeling that this thing won't post. It seems like just missing a random piece is probably not going to be okay. Crap. This case, like... So this was kind of rubbing off whenever I first got it. And if I look in there, like, it's damaged on the inside. This, I don't think, is a spare part. But what is it? And how did this just fall off? Like, I don't know if this is going to come through or not. Probably not, but... That's disappointing. I see one of these that looks just like it up here. Let's take a look. Yeah, I see a few of these over. Yep, same pieces there and there. I don't see anywhere where this would have just fallen off. Oh, nope, yep, I see it. There it is. Right, I don't know which camera I'm on. That right there. That went right there. God, that's frustrating. Well, alright guys. That is it for me for today. I will be calling Newegg and figuring out how soon I can get this back. Cool. All right, guys. Well, sorry for the letdown. I may try calling Fry's, a local hardware store, and see if they have a spare motherboard, or see if they have one in stock. If not, I don't know. We'll see. Blue balls indeed. Duct tape. Oh man. Alright guys, I'm signing off for now. I will see you all whenever I get a part. I'm on vacation for the next week, so as soon as I get one of these things, I'm back online. Alright guys. Bye.